available for the entire.
I think we're all tired of hearing Stokester run his mouth about the beautiful T-shirts we have for sale.
That's my favorite
For the
commercial.
fallen angel, Christopher Daniels. I think we have him all online. Mr. Daniels, are you here?
Hey, man, I'm right here. What's going on?
Oh, nothing much. We were just going over this Monday's night's past show on Ring of Honor on HDNet, and we're all hyped for the final battle coming up this weekend on GoFightLive.tv.
Yeah, man, the big show. Lots of big matches on there. Definitely, probably the best wrestling deal you're going to get, dollar for dollar, that you're going to see this year.
Absolutely, and you've got a big match yourself. It's built as a Legends Collide match as your take on Homicide. Usually when you see Legends attached to somebody's name, they're on their way out. So what's that mean for you to be in a Legends battle in ROH?
Well, I feel definitely that Ring of Honor certainly means Legends in the sense of the two of the guys that put a lot into the effort as far as building the company up from the beginning. So I don't think it's a matter of guys that are past their prime at all. I think it's a matter of two guys who have meant a lot to that company, that are back in the company and looking for bigger and better things within the company.
Absolutely. It seems timing is everything here as we're building up. You've wrestled for the television title. You've gone on against just about everybody here. You're a former world champion, former tag team champion. So to all that history in ROH and see here, we were wrapping up a year of the internet pay-per-views here on Ring of Honor on Go Fight Live. What does that mean to you seeing it grow to this point?
Well, I'm just happy that Ring of Honor's had the opportunity to sort of spread its wings as far as like opening doors for new fans. With the DVDs, the passing of the DVD as the market to get fans involved with Ring of Honor, internet pay-per-view sort of has taken its place, and I'm real happy to report that Ring of Honor has done nothing but succeed and build off each previous pay-per-view that they've done. Each one has been more successful than the last, and I feel like Final Battle is going to surpass the past pay-per-views that we've had.
Absolutely. And, as we're preparing for this, I remember I was actually in the house in Charlotte when you made your appearance for your return to Ring of Honor, and that was the loudest pop I've heard in a very long time. I think it caught everybody off guard. What was your feelings coming into that night?
Well, I was a little trepidatious. I've been away from Ring of Honor. At that point, I'd been away from Ring of Honor for almost 3 years. And, despite the fact that I'm well respected in wrestling, a lot of times the feeling is, what have you done for me lately? And so knowing that guys at that point like Davey Richards and Tyler Black and Austin Aries and Roderick Strong had sort of become the top guys in that company, for someone returning to Ring of Honor, it could have easily been, we don't need you sort of reaction. But the truth of the matter is I was very fortunate that the Ring of Honor fans sort of hold me in high regard. And I think they look at my return as an opportunity to see fresh matches, to see me against guys like Davey and Tyler Black, guys that I'd never faced until I got back to Ring of Honor, or to see me wrestle guys like Austin or Roderick, guys that I hadn't wrestled for 3+ years. That's really what's important to the wrestling fan, is seeing these key matchups, these marquee matchups. And so I was fortunate that they were psyched to see me back, and I myself was psyched to be back.
Absolutely.
Now, when you came back, you made your intentions known that you were here to prove that you're the best in the world, and you had your eyes set on the world title. And now that you won the TV title from Eddie Edwards, you kind of have your eyes looking forward, but you also have to have it behind you, because now you have all these guys gunning for your TV title as well, right?
Absolutely, and I just had an interview where I made that exact point, that I felt if there was one person that could split his focus in terms of defending the title that he has and still achieving the title that he hasn't yet, I was that person. I feel like right now I'm wrestling at the top of my game. I feel like I was mere seconds away from beating Roderick Strong in Toronto. And, I've had many chances in the past. And, it's very rare that you win your first heavyweight title opportunity or world title opportunity. So, and Roderick can attest to that. He's had so many in the past before he finally became world champion. I feel like anytime I get an opportunity to wrestle for the world title, I'm 3 seconds away from being the next world champion. And being television champion doesn't diminish my desire to be world champion at all.
All right. And go ahead, Jay.
Now, a question was from the chat room on Final Battle, not particularly with your match, but Kenny Omega was supposed to be fighting Eddie Edwards in the first ever match, but Omega is now pulled out because of an injury. And somebody's wondering if you've heard, could it possibly be, and they threw out a name, Samoa Joe, because they haven't, nobody's heard of Samoa Joe's re-signed with TNA right now or anything like that.
To be honest with you, this is the first, you mentioning it is the first that I've heard. It's very possible, but at the same time, I think that if Joe hadn't re-signed with TNA, that there might be some noise about it than there has been. But at the same time, I'm sure people thought that same thing when I walked onto the stage in April at the Big Bang. So, I mean, if I'm in the Manhattan Center and all of a sudden I hear Joe's music, I'll know what happened. But right now, I don't think that's going to be the case. But, anything can happen in pro wrestling.
All right, fair enough. And we're talking to Christopher Daniels here, of course, for those just tuning in. And come Saturday, we've got you, we've got Homicide, and we've got fans who have heard about ROH. They know that this is going to be a really big show, but maybe haven't really seen it on HDNet. Now they got the chance to order it for a very, very affordable price there. What should they expect?
Well, I like I said earlier, man, dollar for dollar, it's probably the best wrestling deal you're going to get. My understanding is at GoLive.tv, the pay-per-view itself is $15, I believe, for 3+ hours of wrestling action. And, I mean, here's how I put it. Put it in perspective like this. Homicide, a former Ring of Honor world champion, myself, former X Division champion, current ROH TV champion, and we're at best fourth from the top. You know what I mean? Like two guys like us who have main evented in countless places in the United States, and we're the fourth match at the top. You've got Kevin Steen versus El Generico. You've got the Kings of Wrestling and Shane Hagedorn versus the Briscoes. Robert versus Stevie. That in itself, those four matches itself are worth the price of admission, and you've still got more on the card. So, I mean, like I said, dollar for dollar, you're not going to get more wrestling per penny than this deal.